Christopher, thank you. And in Commitment 2026 news, the race for governor of South Carolina officially underway after filing for office closed earlier this week.
There are 6 Republican candidates running to be the state's next governor. 4 of them, State Senator Josh Kimbrell, Congresswoman Nancy Mace, Congressman Ralph Norman, and State Attorney General Alan Wilson participated in a debate tonight.
Our Nate Stanley spoke with those candidates tonight. He joins us now with more details. Nate.
Good evening. The debate was a very respectful and calm event with candidates agreeing on almost every issue. We did speak with Senator Josh Kimbrell before the debate and Attorney General Alan Wilson and Congresswoman Nancy Mace after the debate. Congressman Ralph Norman did not talk to media, however, before or after the debate. I asked the candidates about one of the few topics they didn't agree on, which was managing growth in South Carolina. Take a look inside that debate. Candidates took the stage Wednesday for the first Republican governor candidate debate. The Newberry Opera House was full of responsive supporters. Wilson, Mace, and Kimbrell all said the state's biggest issue was affordability. And Norman said the state should be focusing on the judicial system. One area of disagreement was how to manage South Carolina's growth. Alan Wilson says South Carolina should focus on tech and roads.
Technologically speaking, we're 30 years behind the private sector. The Department of Transportation needs to be reformed. It needs to be restructured. We need to be using more advanced AI software. We need to be using better tracking software for the money that's being spent. We need to be innovative when it comes to transportation and infrastructure in our state.
Nancy Mace also outlined her plan for the state's roads.
What we can do is get ahead on our infrastructure projects and being more shovel ready, so that when we have a president who's Republican, when they're doing their infrastructure appropriations, we have more projects that are ready to go and able to do that. But also being able to have standards, right? I run my office like I would run the state of South Carolina with key performance indicators. I want to know that we're going to fill a pothole in 10 days.
Josh Kimbrell highlighted work he's doing at the State House to address growth concerns.
And I co-sponsored legislation for concurrency just this session. We're working on it right now. This says, yeah, we don't want to restrict people's private property rights. We don't want to undermine the economy. But we also want to be sure that growth keeps up with infrastructure, where you're not getting stuck in traffic jams you didn't last year, and the schools have enough seats for the kids. So concurrency legislation is something I worked closely with Senator Davis on and continue to champion in the Senate.
Alan Wilson also made a comment tonight about candidates not partaking in the debate. He said it should be treated as a job interview and candidates should want to attend them. One other point, the candidates were asked if they would support the next governor regardless of who was elected, and all 4 raised their hands in agreement. Nigel and Sydney, back to you.
Nate, thank you. And Republican Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evett, businessman Ram Reddy, and Jacqueline Hicks DuBose did not participate in tonight's debate. Today, I asked the Lieutenant Governor about managing growth in South Carolina.
Our state does not have a master plan, and for somebody who's built a national company, I don't know how you get to where you're going without a plan. And so when I sit in rural South Carolina and they talk to me about their hopes and dreams and what they see for their future, and I talk about putting together a master plan, that master plan comes with protecting our most fertile farmland for our farmers.
She went on to say she's planning on taking her message to all 46 counties in South Carolina. The primary is set for June 9th.